happy hump day to you. Meteorologist Landon Hampton with you early this morning to bring you the Whether or Not Bowling Green video update. Now today should be absolutely beautiful, especially if you're a fan of the outdoors. Looking at warmer conditions in comparison to yesterday, highs hitting the 70s underneath a mix of sun and clouds. But now focus is going to be on Thursday. We have an evolving weather situation that could be bringing us another round of strong and severe storms here in south central Kentucky. A variety of severe weather threats will be on the table, including tornadoes, damaging winds, and large hail. And of course that's going to be the focus of this video, but we have to take a look at those current conditions first. Overlooking the white squirrel weather cam, you got a few stars in the sky, but we still got some low cloud cover out there, some patchy areas of dense fog as well. So if you live near those river valleys where those fog prone areas are located, please use caution on the morning commute. Temperature wise, it's not too shabby out there early on this Wednesday, sitting between the upper 40s and lower 50s across the entirety of the region. We are really going to warm up though as we progress throughout the day. Looking at the winds early out of the north and east, these will be turning out of the east and eventually southeast as we progress throughout today. That is going to be leading to warmer temperatures, especially because we are anticipating more pockets of sunshine. But as I previously mentioned, afternoon highs today in the low to mid 70s. It should be a great day to take in the outdoors. Now taking a look at the current surface setup, we have this area of high pressure located well north of the Great Lakes. That's what's going to try and help keep broken cloud cover intact, and that should provide more sunshine than yesterday. But focus continues to be off to our south and west. We have this area of low pressure that's really going to be deepening and getting its act together. This is going to be pulling off to the east and north and east over the next 24 to 48 hours. We will have to be keeping a very close eye on that because it's going to be bringing this deep moisture out of the Gulf along with it. That is going to set the stage for the possibility of severe weather, especially Thursday afternoon into our Thursday night. So here's a little bit better illustration. Area of low pressure located across the Great Plains. That's going to slowly churn off to the east and northeast throughout today and into the overnight hours. And then as we get into our Thursday, that area of low pressure looks to pull north toward Chicago and then pulling off eastward toward Cleveland Thursday night into Friday morning. So again, that is our time frame that we are watching from roughly, say, 11 a.m. to noon on Thursday through Thursday night into early Friday morning before sunrise. That is going to be our focus on this weather maker. Now we are looking at winds at the 850 millibar level. That's roughly 5,000 feet above the surface. And this is really important to pull out here because you can see by 7 a.m. Thursday morning, the low-level jet really gets to kicking up. It's really going to be advecting deep moisture into our vicinity, really warming up our temperatures as well. But as we get into the 1 p.m. hour, into the 4 p.m. hour, and then the 7 p.m. hour, we see that low-level jet really kicks up again, with winds at that level kicking up between roughly 50-65 knots. That is going to enhance the lift in our atmosphere, and that is one important ingredient that's needed to support severe weather. Now another ingredient that's needed is CAPE. CAPE is basically energy for the storms, the instability that is available. And you can see as we progress throughout our Wednesday, it kind of dies down as we get into our Wednesday evening and Wednesday night. But as we get back into our Thursday with daylight heating taking over, those CAPE values really ramp up between roughly 1,000, 2,500 joules per kilogram, which is more than sufficient to support severe convection. And that looks to roll in here between the late afternoon and evening hours. We have that little nose of CAPE that's going to work in here and push east with the system. Another very important factor we look at is called shear. Shear is the ability to keep those storms organized within the atmosphere. Whenever we have those wind profiles lined up the correct way, that can lead to organizing those severe storms and providing the opportunity for tornadic development. And as we get into our Thursday afternoon and Thursday evening, we see the shear parameters really ramp up across our vicinity, upwards between 45 to 65, even 70 knots in a few locations. Again, those values are more than efficient to support severe convection. So all those things combined is going to lead to the possibility of strong and severe storms Thursday afternoon and Thursday evening. Here's a look at the NAM 3 kilometer simulated radar. This is how we're expecting things to unfold. So as we get throughout today, you're going to see some storms blowing up this afternoon and evening across the Show Me State in Missouri, along with Razorback country down here in Arkansas. But as we get into the overnight, those storms are going to die out to our west, okay? With the loss of daylight heating, that will be giving way to just isolated to scattered rain showers and storms by the time we get into the early hours of our Thursday. However, with daylight heating taking place throughout our Thursday and ramping up that instability, look off right along the Mississippi River. As we get into our Thursday afternoon and evening, we have discrete supercells that these models are putting out, and supercells are the types of storms that are responsible for producing the most violent tornadoes. So again, it's nothing written in stone, but this is concerning, seeing the discrete cells in place. Then as we work through our Thursday evening, still discrete but lining out as it moves east across our area. That is what's going to lead to a variety of severe weather threats. But then after we get that line through here, we've got wraparound moisture on the backside of that low pressure system, going to be keeping scattered rain showers around throughout our Friday. Now here's a look at the severe weather outlook, okay? The severe weather outlook for Thursday. This is produced by the Storm Prediction Center. All of South Central Kentucky is currently in an enhanced risk for severe weather. You can see that is a 3 rating out of a 5 scale on how severe and serious that this weather situation could become. But look just to our southwest of the viewing area, they are in a moderate risk, a 4 out of 5 ranking. So the biggest probability, the largest threat for tornadoes and severe weather will be located across southwest Kentucky and western Tennessee. But again, friends, we are just 20 to 30 miles away from that moderate risk, and if the models continue to evolve like they have, I would not be surprised to see our vicinity included in a moderate risk should we continue to see that guidance hit at this severe weather event unfolding. Here's a little bit better breakdown. Now that moderate risk located across western Tennessee and far southwest Kentucky, you can see here the Storm Prediction Center has already outlaid a 45% probability of seeing severe weather occur within 25 miles of a point. Just outside of that 45%, we have the 30% probability that engulfs much of South Central Kentucky. So whenever we talk about the possibility of severe weather, we're talking about the possibility of hail greater than 1 inch in diameter, the possibility of tornadoes, and the possibility of severe winds at or exceeding 58 miles an hour. And right now, folks, well, just to make no bones about it, the chances are looking rather significant for a severe weather event to unfold Thursday afternoon into our Thursday night. So here's a breakdown from our very own National Weather Service office in Louisville. You can see the far western tier of the area, us here in South Central Kentucky, in that moderate risk. Threats, damaging winds, large hail, isolated tornadoes with the timing Thursday afternoon through our Thursday night. So that is what we're going to be keeping a very, very close eye on over the next 24 to 36 hours. Here's a look at the next 7 days of total rainfall. Going to remain a very active pattern across our region. Not only will we see the widespread rain showers Thursday into our Friday, we have another round of widespread showers and storms arriving next Monday and Tuesday. This precipitation forecast is valid from this morning all the way through 7 a.m. next Wednesday. And you can see here they're hinting at anywhere between 2 to 3 inches of the wet stuff for us across the lower Ohio Valley. Here's a look at the next 5 days, brought to you by Cheetah Clean Auto Wash. Today, partly sunny and beautiful with highs ranging between the low and mid 70s. Highs skyrocketing to the upper 70s and lower 80s tomorrow, before we see that low pressure and associated cold front barrel roll through here. Widespread severe thunderstorms will be a possibility. Then those storms will become more scattered as we progress throughout our Friday, setting us up for a beautiful weekend. Saturday and Sunday, lots of sunshine with highs ranging between the mid-60s and lower 70s. That's going to wrap up this Wednesday morning edition of the Whether or Not Bowling Green video update. Please stay weather aware over the next few days with that possibility of severe weather arriving. Anytime you like to see updates regarding the latest on our forecast, visit wxornotBG.com. We'll have the latest right here on Facebook and, of course, on Twitter at wxornotBG. You all have a great Wednesday and enjoy that beautiful weather before storms arrive tomorrow.